You're watching MontyTV. I'm Jacki Karsh, here now with Schachter from Macquarie. He's an internet analyst. Virtual reality is such a fascinating emerging market. What are we seeing? What are the trends? How is Macquarie leading the charge in VR?
So in general, we think a lot about how things are changing in the world, what we can bring to the table, and I spend a lot of my time looking at companies and trying to understand, well, where can investors make money in this? Where can investors make money in the 6-month time period, in a 2-year time period, in a 5-year, and even longer? So Macquarie, as an institution, is trying to say, we think this is real, we think this is coming. How do you make money? How do you participate in this as a company? Clearly what we think we're seeing is a platform shift. We're in the midst of this platform shift today from desktop to mobile, where people used to spend all their time on desktop computers, now they're moving into mobile. We think the next platform shift is going to go from mobile into virtual and augmented reality. And not only do we say that, but you certainly have Zuckerberg very publicly and very aggressively saying, yes, this is the next platform shift, and putting a lot of money and a lot of resources into this. And what that is causing is Apple and Google and Microsoft and virtually every large, well-capitalized company on the planet is now have to have a virtual reality strategy in case it does turn into the next platform, which we think it will.
It's a race to VR, so what are they anticipating? What are we going to expect from virtual reality?
So we think over the long term, it actually will impact virtually every business, and absolutely every single business you can think. In the beginning, clearly it's going to start with video games, move quickly to entertainment, but also every enterprise is going to start to see this. So you already see a lot of different examples. So you go into healthcare and you can see heart specialists basically looking at hearts in virtual reality and saying, all right, when we do the surgery tomorrow, here's where we're going to go in. You see designers saying, here's how we're going to build this house. Let's walk through the house before it's actually built and say, all right, should we have the floors be right here? Should the ceilings be 10 feet high? Should they be 11 feet high? Should they be 9 feet high? You have all sorts of elder care saying, hey, how can we make older people more active? Well, maybe they don't have the use of their legs in the same way they once did, but now we can put this on and have them walk around in a much more interesting environment. You have financial people using it to say, how do we look at data more often? Every single industry we think is going to be impacted by virtual and augmented reality.
In terms of virtual reality, are we talking about putting a device on or hologramming ourselves in?
Well, when we talk about virtual reality today, what everyone sort of thinks is these big, goofy glasses. And I think there's a relatively limited market for that. I mean, I would think of those as sort of vision occluding goggles. You can't see anything else around you. But clearly, over time, what's going to happen is you're going to shrink it down first to glasses, and then eventually, and I have a 3-year-old at home, I think his world, not that far, this is not 50 years away, but at some point in the next 10 to 20 years, it probably moves to a pair of contact lenses. And you put the contact lenses and you can see the physical world around you, but also augment that with digital content. So I would look at you and see your LinkedIn profile next to you. Or, obviously in the healthcare example, you can look and see, well, what medication should this person be taking, et cetera. That's a very different world than what we live in today.